Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're doing urban legends from Vermont. The first urban legend is Emily's Bridge. While Stowe may best be known for its skiing and the Trapp family lodge, the town has a spooky claim to fame as well. The covered gold brick bridge, better known as Emily's Bridge. Emily is said to be a broken-hearted woman who haunts the bridge. The legends vary slightly, but they all involve her being jilted by a lover she was going to marry. One story ends with driving a fast-moving carriage off the rocky bank and dying in the brook below. The other and more common story says Emily hung herself by the rafters of the bridge. A history of bizarre occurrences on the bridge has circulated for decades. Some of the paranormal activity visitors have experienced including scratch marks on cars and feelings of being scratched or grabbed. Sounds resembling footsteps, ropes, and screams have been reported. Apparently, the more hostile manifestations have been aimed at males who cross the bridge. Full-body apparitions have also been reported, with most of the activity occurring in the hours immediately after midnight. Whether or not the story of Emily is the real cause of the bizarre activity at the Gold Brook Bridge, paranormal investigators believe something supernatural occurs there. The next urban legend is Hayden House. The old Hayden House still stands on the outskirts of Albany, Vermont, in the Northeast Kingdom. The Hayden family is thought to have perished under the vengeful curse of William Hayden's mother-in-law, Mercy Dale. You see, Miss Dale tried to be a good mother-in-law and let her daughter's husband large sums of money to go towards the family's business. Instead, Hayden Sr. squandered it away supporting his lavish lifestyle and refused to pay the money back. Things went from bad to worse when Dale suspected her son-in-law was poisoning her. Legend has it that on her deathbed in 1806, Mercy cursed her party animal son-in-law and his family, saying that the third generation would be the last of the Hayden line. In 1854, William Hayden Jr. built the mansion that still stands today, looking the same as it did more than 150 years ago. He is thought to have been a party animal like his father, as plans for the building included a spring-suspended dance floor on the third floor to add a little bounce to his ballroom dances. Mercy's curse from the grave came true because by 1927, according to various accounts, the entire Hayden family had gradually died due to an assortment of inexplicable illnesses. The curse was now complete. The Hayden family, along with Mercy Dale, are all buried in a family cemetery in Albany, and some have said they can see ghostly lights near the property, thought to be spirits of slaves that perhaps were buried in unmarked graves in the field near the farm. Some say phantom violin music can sometimes be heard in and around the old mansion, probably a flashback to one of the lavish parties during happier times. The moral of the story is, always pay back your mother-in-law. The next urban legend is Golden Stage Inn. One of the stagecoach stops in Vermont said to be haunted in the Golden Stage Inn, which is still in its original form since it was constructed in 1788. This popular bed and breakfast in Okima Valley is known for more than its great meals and historic architecture. Originally, it was a stagecoach stop in southeast Vermont that may have also been an important part of the Underground Railroad. At one point, it was repurposed as a private home for nearly 100 years until it reopened as an inn in the 1960s. Although it has changed hands over the centuries and now guests come and go, some residents are there to stay. A newer section of the inn may be home to a kind-hearted and handsome ghostly spirit. He reportedly looks like Robert Redford and wanders the halls in an old-fashioned coat. Other people have heard unexplained footsteps and electronics turning on and off on their own. The last urban legend is University of Vermont. The University of Vermont, better known as UVM, is not only the largest higher education institution in Vermont, it has more haunted buildings than anywhere else in the state. UVM has bought many former homes in the city and turned them into campus buildings. One such building is the Counseling Center, and people have reported seeing there the ghost of Captain John Knapp, the house's former owner. Knapp causes havoc by knocking over buckets and slamming doors and windows. The nearby public relations building was once owned by one John E. Booth, and something that he makes banging sounds around the building and speaks when no one else is around. One of the most haunted buildings on campus is the Bittersweet House. Multiple people have reported seeing full-body apparitions there, and the ghost is believed to be Margaret Smith, who lived a solitary life in the house after becoming widowed at a young age, until her death there in 1961. Some have seen in detail a woman with neat hair and a long dress. Other people have claimed to see a blurry version of the woman. Perhaps one of the most tragic stories on campus is the residence hall Converse. In 1920, a young medical student named Henry committed suicide there. Students have experienced lost items and unexplained movement of doors and windows. This residence hall is one of those creepy places in Vermont that we'll all love to investigate, but find so terrifying and scary. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like. If you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe and turn the bell notification on so you know when I post. And let me know which story was the creepiest, scariest, or if you'll ever visit these places. Let me know down below. Bye-bye for now.